All right, so I got back from the Suwannee River a little while ago from the Suwannee River race, and I wanted to go over the changes I'm going to make to the kayak based on its performance in that race. You can see I already took the skin off of it, did that right away when I got back. I have the combing over there that I still need to clean up and take the rest of the skin off and get the red off of it, because then when I reskin the boat, I'm going to do the dye instead of the pigment, and it's just going to be a dark brown, the chocolate brown from Cape Falcon. And yeah, because the skin was just a nasty, bubbly, super textured mess. And so what I'm going to do is completely reskin it. I'm going to clean the combing up so that it's a clear with the dark brown, and it'll be smooth. And so then with the boat itself, the things that needed fixing were I banged my knees a couple of times getting in and out on this beam here. So I'm going to try and raise that up like an inch or so by remaking it into a steeper curve. Then let's see. Then it'll just fit however well it worked. My stanchion or my attachment point here for the GoPro worked really well, and I could reach it here. And I saw that after I was able to get more stable in the boat and used to the boat, after another 4, 5, 6 hours, I was really stable in the boat, and I could just I wasn't twitchy, and I was able to I wasn't worried about tipping over and stuff. Although I did dump twice in the race, just because the one, I tried to limbo under a limb that came down and on a curve, and I thought I was over just a little bit to the side of the curve, and could limbo under it, and I could not. And I fully laid back, and it hit me in the PFD and knocked me over. And then another, I got sideways to a log in a tight curve, and there was just no way to get over. It was, an inch and a half underwater, and I couldn't get over it, and I couldn't straighten out. So anyway, I had to dump there and swim. And but the stability of the boat I got quite used to, and didn't really have any problems with later on. And so I could put a pole up here and risk being less stable because of that, and so get some different kind of footage. So anyway, so this will just be whatever height it is, based on this being an inch or a half inch higher, so I don't scrape up my knee getting into it. Because normally on an LPB or an F1, there's more depth here on the rib lengths, but this is a very low volume boat, and I just scraped my knees on it. So the stern deck was fine. That was all good. The other things that we're going to change up on the boat are the stern. The keel height is going to be another half inch or an inch higher, to give me a little more rock solid tracking in it. And from the stern, the bow I'm going to raise, because I was tripping over the bow. Anytime it turned just a little bit, it would catch here, and it would want to pull me to the side. So I'm going to drop that down here, probably to right about here, and do a gentler curve on it, so that I like having the end out here and everything, but it definitely caught every single leaf or stick that I came by, just caught on here and just stuck there, because the water line was right about here, so something like that. So if I have about that much water line or of the keel sitting in the water in the bow, that'll be fine. I won't trip as much. And also I'm going to redo and remake the two main stringers and the keel, because they are too thin. At least the stringers are too thin, and the keel was unsupported here. And you can see I have this curve where the skin, when I tightened the skin, pulled this down. It just stayed there even after the skin's off. And anyway, this is a bad piece of wood. It's got the execution flaw, and needs to be supported here where there's these two mortises, either with some straight pieces or something. I tried to support it with this oak, but anyway, it didn't work out. So I'm going to redo the keels and stringers. Raise the bow, lower the stern, probably take off these secondary stringers here that are just pine. You know, I was walking through the Lowe's and they had this great pine all finished off and stuff. I didn't have to do any work to. I stuck it on there. Of course, it soaks up water real good, and I'm not sure if I'm going to need them when I raise this stringer up, but they were there to, you know, keep this, you know, the skin from hitting the ribs and that sort of thing, and just making it a little straighter. We'll see what I decide on that after I put the main stringers back on. Anyway, so those are the main things. They're going to be changed on the boat so that it'll hopefully track straight, not catch leaves on the bow, and I'll be able to get in and out of it without smacking up my knees. It'll add a little bit of volume by raising the stringers up, but it should be it should be just fine. I don't want to slow it down any, since I know that I can handle it. You know, just it's on the edge of what I can comfortably handle, but I can handle it on flat water. So, but we'll see. All right, there you go.